Hey there, gang. How are you? It's Gus Wagner with the Rocket Group. You see that logo right there. Now you see my smiling face. How's it going? Happy New Year to everybody who I haven't seen so far this year. That's kind of our rule. The first time we see somebody, we wish them Happy New Year. Glad to be back with you here on the Periscope. Wanted to talk to you about a few things, and thank you for paying attention so much. Hey, Travis Duncan, how you doing, brother? Uh, Hope you're not getting long distance charges on this viewing. So, want to appreciate you all who all watched us throughout the month of December with our 31 days of LinkedIn that we completed. We learned a lot of good information, and we shared a lot of great information. It's all still up on the blog, rocketgroupllc.com. I am very good. It's been a very good day, even despite the weather, Travis. Thanks for asking. And today I wanted to cover a few things that, even though it's early here in January of 2016, we've already learned a few new things about social media. And maybe that we knew some stuff, but maybe we were reminded of a few things. We had some experiences here lately, just even in this first week, that have kind of opened our eyes, reopened our eyes, and wanted to share those with you and hear from you what you have learned so far yourself. So, first off, I'll ask you to hit the subscribe button on your Periscope. If you just kind of do one of these things to your screen, if you're watching on your mobile device, you can hit that subscribe button. You can also hit the share button to send this out to all your followers. For your first timers who might be here or watching this on the replay, I'm Gus Wagner. I own the Rocket Group. We're a full service marketing firm located in Jefferson City, Missouri, the middle of everywhere. We work with firms from the Fortune 100 down to local small businesses here in our own community. And I am a 5-time certified social media strategist. And that means I've invested in myself and my company and my clients and my prospects to keep up on what's going on in the latest changes, the ever-changing world of social media. And that's what brings us here tonight, talking. And also, by the way, I do have a cold. I've been fighting a cold almost every day of 2016. So this event is also brought to you by Extreme NyQuil. I didn't know such a thing existed, or severe, NyQuil Severe. I've been calling it extreme all week. This stuff works, even if you can't sleep or something. Use responsibly, though. Use responsibly. So let's talk about what's going on here in social media so far in 2016. The first thing I want to talk about is something that we talk about every year, something that we talk about or get questioned about often, and that is, I want to tell you, Facebook still works. Facebook is still the big kid on the block. It's big blue. Facebook is the king of social media and probably will continue to be until something comes along that replaces social media. Virtual reality, maybe, I don't know. But Facebook still works, and we've learned that because we've been launching several campaigns recently here in the state of Missouri, focused on audiences here within the state of Missouri, the Show Me State, and we have found that with targeting very, very specific audiences, very specific geographic regions, very specific age demographics, so on and so forth, the results are very outstanding when it comes to social media advertising, specifically Facebook advertising. We've just run, and we're actually running a campaign right now, several campaigns right now for some clients that the results have been outstanding. And I'm not sure if any of those folks are watching here. They would have to jump in and voice their opinion, but we just picked up like 200 followers for over 2 different campaigns on a light campaign, and it's cost about $19 to do so. And these are all people who can actually do business with our clients. Matter of fact, they actually already do business with their clients. One of the ways we were able to specifically target with one of the accounts is if through email address targeting. If you have an email list of your clients, of your prospects, what have you specifically, and that you've gained through legitimate means, that you've earned it, they've given you that information, you can upload that email address list to Facebook and target that. And this may be new information, this may be old information to some of you. Not a lot of folks do tackle the Facebook ads this way. But if you have an email list and you can upload that to Facebook, Facebook will match that up. And if they have registered for Facebook with that email address that you have, it'll be a match. And they will target those ads to that person. So you don't have to worry about their location, their age demographics, their likes, their dislikes, what have you. The other demographic indicators you can put onto a Facebook ad. If you've got an email address, it's like gold. That's what we always say in marketing. Get that email address because that's the gold of marketing. So you can target that ad to those people. And if you have the chance to try that, you should do that. Now, I will give you an asterisk on this as well, that you need to have a significant, if you have one or two addresses, it's not going to work for you. It's not going to be acceptable. Just like on any other Facebook universe, advertising universe, it needs to be over 1,000 quality contacts. So, for instance, the one ad campaign we're running based on emails right now, it's only 1,200, and we're getting great results on that 1,200. We've probably had impressions on more than 70% of those 1,200 already, and captured about 15% of those folks into new fans. We've converted those customers into Facebook fans for the client. So Facebook still works. Facebook is very effective. Facebook advertising is still the most affordable, targetable, and manageable form of advertising on this planet today. And if you're not using it for your business, your organization, your nonprofit, you're doing it wrong. So another thing about Facebook is that organic reach is all over the place right now. We manage about 15 different pages for ourselves and for our clients, and there's no rhyme or reason. They say that statistically it's about a 6% average reach of your organic reach, meaning if you have 100 fans of your Facebook page, a post that you just put up on your Facebook page will reach 6 of those people on average. We're getting averages up into the mid to high 30s on some of our pages with fan bases of several thousand people. So I'm not really sure what's going on. They've opened up the gates a little bit on the organic reach for the business pages, but let's enjoy it while we have it. And if you're not being active on your Facebook business page, now would be a great time for you to get back and get active with that business page. So another thing we want to talk about here in going into 2016 and remind you of this, and this is a big part of it, what we're doing right now with the live streaming video. Video is going to be the future. If you're not doing video, if you're not producing video, if you're not doing a live stream like this, if you're not taking your phone out and walking around your shop and showing people what your shop works, or your specials on your restaurant menu that day, how they're being prepared, behind the scenes stuff, if you're not doing video tests or capturing video testimonials from your fans, from your customers, excuse me. Lutz's Barbecue, Jefferson City, Missouri also. If you're not using video on your phone, you've got probably the best camera that you own in your pocket or within an arm's reach 99% of the day. Put it to work for you and for your business, and create video content that you can upload to your Facebook page right there through your device. Sometimes the rawer, the better. The more raw your video production is, the better off you'll be sometimes, not all the time, sometimes when it comes to the video or for the video content on Facebook. You're going to get better organic reach. You're going to get better interaction. People are going to watch these videos. There's going to be stamped on there how many people watched the video for others to see. And people will share video content much more frequently than they will share other forms of content. So Travis, if you're still here with the photography business, and I know you can probably hit the little switch on your DSLRs and create some more videos, it's an opportune time for you. It's an opportune time for us as marketers. It's an opportune time for anybody who has a smartphone with video capabilities on it, which is like 90% of us, right? So start creating and utilizing video. The other thing, the big thing I wanted to cover here tonight in this Periscope video was something that we experienced over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so technically 2015 and 2016 with this comment. Went to a couple of different concerts, big concerts, down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at Cain's Ballroom. If you haven't been to Cain's, go check it out. The place was amazing. And it might be part of the reason I'm sick right now still a week later. I don't know. But watching the crowd, watching a couple thousand people, and there was a mix. I'd say about 10% of the audience was of my seasoned time on this earth. The rest of them were pretty much college age students and younger mid 20s and such. And watching those younger folks, which I don't get to see a lot of here in Jefferson City at work and action in these types of venues, it was interesting for me to see them. First off, my first impression was them. They were all holding up their phones. They were all holding up their phones to take pictures and videos. Canes is the best. Matter of fact, Travis Duncan, we stayed at the Doubletree, and every time I got into Facebook, it said Travis Duncan stayed at the Doubletree on 7th Street in Tulsa. So I was thinking about you, man, all throughout New Year's. Your name kept coming up every time I logged onto Facebook. But anyway, they're holding their phones vertically. They're holding their phones vertically instead of horizontally, like I often do, and like you probably do, to take your pictures for Instagram or take your pictures for Facebook or shoot your video for Facebook and Instagram. Well, they're all doing it like this. I'm like, oh, you silly kids, you're doing it wrong. And then it finally dawned on me, they didn't give one damn about Facebook or Instagram because they were going to put all this up into Snapchat stories. They were going to put all of this up there on the Snapchat. And I sat there and I watched them do it. They were up there, filming video right in front of speakers, so I'm sure the sound sounded really great. They were up there taking blurry photographs with their vertical phones and putting them up there. We'll talk about the blurry photographs again in a second. But they're up there doing it on Snapchat because that's where their friends are. That's where their peers are. So if you are marketing anything, clothes, food, vehicles, what have you, they say, this is what the statistics say, to 15 to 25-year-olds, Snapchat is a place you need to consider at least exploring for your business purposes. Yes, these people are still on Facebook. Yes, they're still on the other social media platforms. But by God, I saw 9 out of 10 of these people doing everything vertically with their mobile devices to record this live music presentation going on right in front of them because they were doing it on Snapchat, not on Instagram where I was, not on Facebook where I was. All of them and their peers were on the Snapchat. And there were several incidents during these concerts which could be considered newsworthy. And when I started doing searches and hashtag searches and name searches and such, none of the information was coming up regarding some of the artists who were creating news events at these concerts because all of this content was being captured on Snapchat. So it's even a more secure way if you're going to create some bad news for yourself out there and have it recorded and put online. Perhaps Snapchat is where you want that to be recorded. Looking at one particular artist who was on the bill on New Year's Day, who probably got away with not getting his reputation damaged as much as he possibly could have. The other thing that I wanted to say is that even though an audience has paid to see you, an audience is committed to seeing you, be it the concert ticket, the $35 concert ticket that they bought on New Year's Day for the show there at Canes, or the Facebook like that they gave you, or the book that they bought from you that you authored, or the fan like that they gave to your Facebook page, just because they have committed to you in some way does not mean in any way, shape, or form that they are paying attention to you. Think about that for a second. And next time you go to a show or next time you're around a group of people, look and see how they're acting. There were 2,200 people at this show on New Year's Day at Canes Ballroom. And people were standing right in front of the stage. I was about 10 rows of people. There were not seats or anything. So 10 masses of people away from the stage, 15, 20 feet away from the front of the stage. And everyone around me that was in this college age group was on their phones or turned around in their little cliques, having private conversations, talking during the music, talking during the intermission, talking during instrumental solos when you couldn't hear yourself think. They were having private conversations, or they were on their phones sharing what was happening in front of them out to the world, to their audience online. So just because they've paid that $35 concert ticket, just because they've given you the Facebook like, does not mean that they are paying attention to you or they are truly invested in what you are putting forth. You've got to do things to get their attention and keep their attention. And I don't know if wailing guitars aren't going to keep their attention. I'm not really sure what it is that your business might be able to do to keep their attention. We do it through trying to educate, inform, and entertain, and we feel we do a pretty good job with maintaining our audience numbers. The clicks are there, the audience numbers are there. They grow, they're consistent. We get contacts through the content we put out there. So what I'm saying is, don't take your audience for granted. Never take your audience for granted. If you've got Grammy winners on the stage right in front of you and the people in the crowd, no problem, Travis. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. Keep in touch. If you've got to, a Grammy winner can't keep their attention 10 feet away, what are you going to do with your tire shop, with your marketing company, with your photography company, Travis? Wink. What can you do to keep their attention? So keep your audience always at the front of everything that you're creating and everything you're doing online and in the real world to market your business, your organization, and your nonprofit. But along those lines, and we mentioned this before, is the audiences are documenting everything that's are lots of things that are going on, whether they're checking in, whether they're taking pictures and posting that they're at the concert or at your store or at your restaurant. They are sharing that little bit of information with their audiences. They're getting this social validation, this digital trail that they're creating online. So they are taking part in your content, in your business for a very small part of the time that they are there. What this is doing, well, first off, that's great because you want to be reaching the audience of audiences of audiences when it comes to social media. Excuse me again. That's one of the primary goals of social media. Encourage your audience to share your content online. Encourage your audience to take pictures of your food, to check in at your service station, what have you. Do that. But excuse me, you've got to also be aware that when those are good experiences, they're also going to be more likely to take action when they're having a bad experience, when they're having a different experience with your business, organization, or nonprofit. Remember, always, everybody in 2016 is the media. We are all CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox News, because we've got the same powerful communication devices that can get this information out about the good, bad, or indifferent experience we've had with your business, organization, or nonprofit to the world in mere seconds. I'm live streaming this right now, and you could be tweeting about me being good, bad, or indifferent on this live stream, and I wouldn't know about it because I'm paying attention to what's happening right in front of me. The same could be going on if you're the chef at some exclusive restaurant. We saw a New Year's Eve story going on about some lady who spent $600 at a restaurant and somebody died in the restaurant, and she created a big social media storm about this. I know she's gotten a lot of blowback, but it is an example story. There's plenty of example stories of good, bad, and indifferent news being spread by people with their mobile devices. Heck, if you watch any of the 24-hour news channels, they've all got Twitter boards right in front of them. They're just reading Twitter. They're being paid millions of dollars a year to read Twitter to you. You could do the same thing for free. So remember, everybody is the media. Everybody is going to help form the opinions of their own audiences, whether those are audiences of dozens, hundreds, thousands, or maybe millions. That information that they're putting out there about your efforts is impacting your bottom line. So be sure that you're doing the best that you can to always have a good story being told about your efforts, your business, your organization, your nonprofit. Be sure you're encouraging people to get good news out there, and be sure that there are good news stories for them to tell. Excuse me. I can't wait to get, again, sponsored. Not officially, sponsored by NyQuil. Get your NyQuil Severe right here, your cold and flu. I'm working on a cold here, and I'm going to be hitting that bottle as soon as we log off here tonight. Finally, the other thing we noticed about the concert, we talked about this with the people taking and I'm using my phone to record this right here, so I can't show a phone. So here's a vertical business card. They're holding this up and they're taking the pictures of the people on stage, and I'm standing behind all these people. I'm like, oh, that's a blurry photo. Oh, that's a blurry photo. What are they going to do with that? They were uploading these blurry photos. How many blurry photos of your business are out there? How many blurry photos of these singers who are on stage at Kane's Ballroom over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day are out there creating an impression about that? Now, still, That's still a picture of you that's out there on the internet. That's still got tagged with you. That you've got great fans who want to put great share their enjoyment of your music, of your content, of your food, whatever, out there across the internet. But they're doing it through blurry photos. So if there's anything I can do as a 2016 New Year's resolution to encourage you to do is hold still while you're taking your photos of the things that you enjoy. Give a good representation of the things that you enjoy out there. There's something we're trying to work on. We're still working on the entire message development. I'll just roll it out here. And it's called Own Your Selfie. Hashtag Own Your Selfie. And what is the question? It leads to the question is, what is the selfie of your business, your organization, your nonprofit, your community, your whatever? You know, my selfie thing that people take their picture taken with is right here. It's my hashtag, my wooden hashtag. If you see me speak in public, you know the story about my grandpa's hashtag. If you haven't seen me speak in public, ping me and I'll tell you the story about my grandpa's hashtag. In St. Louis, it's the St. Louis Arch. In New York, it's the Statue of Liberty or 100 other things. The Hollywood sign. Those are the selfies of that community. People see that and they identify that's Hollywood, that's New York, that's St. Louis, that's Gus Wagner with his silly hashtag. So what's the selfie? What is it that somebody can take a picture of and their audience will automatically recognize that they are at your tire shop, photo salon, photo studio, hair salon, food establishment, what have you? What is your selfie? Create something within your business. And it doesn't have to be physical. It can be you yourself. It can be your sign out front. It can be your drink specials, your board. You can show some personality there on your drink board, your chalkboard out front of your bar. Own your selfie. Create a selfie for your business, your organization, your nonprofit, especially your community, that people can use to identify that they are in your world when they are sharing your world with their audience. What do you guys think? That's pretty much all I had tonight. It's 7:23 as I'm done recording this. I think we've been on here about 20 minutes or so. Those of you who are still here, I appreciate you. Thanks for the questions, the comments, Travis. Do appreciate that. Funny that we ran into each other here again tonight. If you would, please subscribe to us here on the Periscope. If you are watching this on the YouTube replay, hit the little Rocket Group logo in the bottom corner and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit us up on Twitter, on Facebook, on our website, rocketgroupllc.com. Search at Rocket Group and you'll find us and my smiling face, my hashtag photos. Taffy, my corgi, she's represented through our branding as well. You'll be able to check her out. If there's anything we can do to help you with your marketing, your social media, your message development, your video comfort levels in 2016, feel free to reach out. We're wanting to help you to launch your success story in 2016. So I'm going to sign off now. I'm Gus Wagner. I own the Rocket Group. I appreciate y'all and the time you spent with me this evening. Thanks a lot. Bye.